So we have finished the previous hike of the Old Man of Storr, and right now we drove 3 minutes away from that parking to a really nice waterfall called Bright Vale. So it is really close to the other parking, and you can see here the waterfall. It looks really small behind me, but it is a bit bigger if you see it in real life. I will get close and take some videos. You have to walk just maximum 2 minutes and you will reach it, so that is really nice. So we are arriving now at the parking at the Fairy Glen. You have to drive for around 2 kilometers on a very narrow street, one lane street, but it's not one way. You have to drive carefully and slow because if there are other cars, one of you needs to give way to the other, and it's really hard. It's not as bad as the one from yesterday at Kurang, but it's also a bit stressful here too, but it's short. It's only less than 2 kilometers, so that's fine. I don't see any. No, okay, so this parking is also paid. I don't know how much. I will let you know when we arrive there. So most of the parkings are paid here in the Isle of Skye, which is a bit sad but understandable for how many tourists there are. I'm also surprised about that. Anyways, this is a short hike. From what I've read on the internet, I will show you around and I will film everything and let you know any details that you need to know. As you can see right now in the video, we paid £3 for up to 4 hours of parking here, which in my opinion is super acceptable. But anyways, if you're curious to see some of the best hikes we did in the Isle of Skye, make sure you also check out my previous videos. I have so many tips and so many amazing places we discovered all around the island that I would suggest you to check out in case you're just curious to find out more about the Isle of Skye or you want to travel there. So far on the trail we are seeing this view, which looks like the chocolate hills in the Philippines we saw 5 years ago, which is a nice reminder of that trip. Anyways, if you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate if you liked it, and also if you subscribed. That would help me a lot, and I will keep on making videos if I know that they are appreciated. But anyways, back at the video, you can see how sunny it was, and if you've watched my previous videos, you know that it was like this even yesterday. So it's like hitting the lottery coming here in October and getting 2 full days of sun. This is super rare. Everyone told us that, and we just enjoyed every second of it. And anyways, right now on the screen you can see this lake is so beautiful, and the reflection here gives an opportunity for such amazing photos. But anyways, in the meantime, we still had a few more minutes to go, and the path was super quiet and it was not crowded at all, probably because it was off season. But anyways, you can see that we have finally arrived, and this is basically the main attraction. But we will also go up there on that hill, and that climb, even though it seems super easy, it was actually difficult and a lot of people struggled. I will show you in a minute the view from up there. But anyways, this place looked super interesting with these stones. It looks like a ritual place or something. I don't really remember the meaning of it because it's been 1 year since coming here, but if you know more details and you want to share with other people and also with me, make sure you leave it down below in the comments. And if you have any other questions or any suggestions, make sure you also leave them down below in the comments. I will answer to each one of you. But anyways, you can see that we are up on that hill and we are seeing the view from above, and those rocks seem so small from here, but still you can see how the people were struggling to go up because that was very narrow. So for example, people with big backpacks or tall people could struggle to go up there. But anyways, you can take your time because everyone was super friendly. And right now we are going on our next destination, and we are going with our friends, the ship of the Isle of Skye. We are now doing the Neist Point trail to see the sunset. This seems really easy so far. We have to go down a hill and then we will see a lighthouse. We are seeing a great view already and the sun is in my eyes all the time. It was in our eyes during the entire road here, which was very annoying. But anyways, the path so far is really easy. No rocks, no anything. So if you want to do this trail, I really recommend you to do it because it's really easy. From the first moment we arrived here, I was so surprised because this place looks like paradise. Right now it is still not that visible on camera, but at the end of the video I showed a few super beautiful videos of this place and it looks like out of a movie, and you can see how red the mountains and the hills already were because it is very close to the sunset time, and it was super magical. It was not crowded at all, and in my opinion it was the perfect place for the sunset during this beautiful day. And as you can see, it was just an easy walk. We had to climb a lot of stairs when coming back to the parking, but it was not that bad. And right now on the screen you can see one of the most photogenic sheep we saw in this trip. But anyways, as a matter of fact, I feel like the sheep here in Scotland were among the most photogenic ones I've ever seen in my life. Look at those two just walking on the path. They look royal around here. But anyways, the sunset looks beautiful and we are super close to the lighthouse. But at some point when we were very close to the lighthouse, we decided to just go on a random path that we saw, and I hoped that it would lead us somewhere interesting. If I'm not wrong, there is also a place marked on Google Maps, so I was like, let's check it out and see what we are going to find here. But it turns out it was nothing, so I'm not even 100% sure what that thing in front of us is. If you know, please leave it down below in the comments. I'm really curious about it and what it does, because to me it is really unknown. But anyways, as we were getting closer, I realized that we did not come here for nothing, because the view from here was super beautiful and the rocks from the mountain just get even more beautiful in color and epic. But here we were able to see the water up close and it was so clean, and we could see these rocks all around here. And this is a great time to show a few cinematic videos with a little bit of music, so just relax and imagine you are there watching these beautiful views while I am just showing you everything. But anyways, this is one last reminder to make sure you like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video, and now just enjoy.